Hey there guys, it's Brian Gormley again with another edition of Where in Greater DC. As people know, we film all over the Baltimore, Washington metro area, different location each week. Have you guessed where we're filming? The first person to get it right by submitting a guess to support at Cornerstone Properties homeinfo.com gets a free prize. So don't forget, support at Cornerstone Properties homeinfo.com gives you, in the meantime, some tidbits on short sales and real estate generally, and so hopefully you guys have been enjoying our summer tour as we go across some touristy sites in DC. This week it should come as no surprise. This is a pretty well-known little area. I can't leave it at that because it's probably too easy otherwise. But anyway, our substantive topic for conversation is subject twos. This is a great alternative to short sales for people who are really close in the value versus mortgage owed department. So in other words, if your value is close to what you owe in your mortgage, and maybe the property can be picked up by an investor, not a retail buyer. This would apply to investors only. For purchasers, you might want to consider subject to. So what is subject to? That's when a buyer takes the property, so they inherit title. They actually take title to the property, subject to the existing liens on the property. So if there's a mortgage of, say, $100,000 and the value may be $110,000, $120,000, an investor might be interested in picking that property up, having the deed transferred to them, but having the outstanding mortgage remain outstanding. So they would be responsible for paying the mortgage going forward, the investor buyer would, and the seller would convey clear title to them, subject to that outstanding mortgage balance. So it can be a very useful tool in your arsenal, especially if you're an investor, and something that you need to consider in this environment as market values increase, where deals are kind of marginal if you have to buy it outright and pay off the existing encumbrances and take on new debt, but it may work pretty well for you if you don't have to do that, if you can just take title with the financing that's on the property currently in place. Now, a couple of disclosures to this. Number one, you're not allowed under most deeds of trust to either assume the mortgage or transfer title without the lien holder's consent. And so it would technically, this sort of thing technically violates the due on sale provision in most deeds of trust. Do lenders care if you are current on your mortgage and someone else is paying that mortgage? Probably not. Not so much. Not in this market, they don't. If you can avoid another foreclosure, the payments keep coming in, it's extremely unlikely that the lender would even know about it, much less, even if they did know about it, care one iota if the mortgage is current. Number two, there are some laws that have passed in Maryland and in DC that protect homeowners who are late. So taking a property subject to, if the mortgage is late, is a very dangerous proposition unless you adhere to some of the statutory requirements. So it's very complicated. These couple of statutes that I'm referring to, PIFA being the most notorious. So you really need to get in touch with a real estate attorney and a sophisticated broker in order to pursue the strategy. But again, very kind of covert and sophisticated strategy that you can employ if you're a homeowner or if you're an investor buyer in this marketplace. Great technique for getting property sold that otherwise you're going to have a hard time selling just because the property value and the mortgage balance are pretty tight. Okay, so that's it for me. Check out capitalshortsale.com. Lots of free information and giveaways there. Don't forget, send or guest support at Cornerstone Properties homeinfo.com. And we do negotiate short sales for homeowners and agents for free, so don't hesitate to get in touch with us about that. Or if you have distressed properties, you either don't know what to do with them or you're looking for a buyer to pick them up, subject to or otherwise, we may be interested. So get in touch with us. We can help you brainstorm or strategize or even purchase a property. Thanks so much. Hope to hear from you on your guesses, and see you next week's video. Bye-bye.
Yeah.